Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Hello, it is Alfi. In this video, I would like to explain about export operation. In international transportation, it is essential to understand the flow of goods, document, and money. A rough explanation of the flow of the process of documents, such as contract and shipping document at the beginning, then the goods are shipped and the money is received. However, this may be difficult to and easy to understand manner in this video. The flow of money this time is transportation. A detailed video on its transaction made earlier is linked in the overview section. First, let me explain the flow of goods product. There are two methods of transportation, C and R and I. In general, 90 of international shipments are transported by sea. Two of the advantages of ocean transport are that it is inexpensive and convenient for shipping large packets of or quantities of goods. On the other hand, there are some disadvantages such as taking time and strict checking of declaration document. Therefore, it is decided whether to use sea or air as the transportation method. By discussing between the exporter and the importer, the contents of the goods to be shipped and the cost involved. In this video, I will explain about ocean transportation. After the goods are produced and packaged at the export factory, they are loaded into containers or trucks and transported to be burned area such as CY or CFAs. The responsibility for transportation and freight charge are determined by encoders at the time of contract. Encoders are trade terms and conditions that define the scope of responsibility and cost between an exporter and an importer in conducting trade. As of 2021, encoders 2020 is in use. Let's take the case of works as an example. Once the exporter hands over the goods to the importer at their factory, our responsibility is transferred to the importer side. Therefore, if any damage occurs to the goods between the factory and the banded area, the responsibility will be borne by the importer. Once the goods have been transported to the bound area, they will be delivered. After receiving an export license from the custom office and the shipping producer will process. The following is a brief explanation of banded areas related to export. In case that the goods are LCL cargo, they are dispatched from seaway container yard and loaded onto the vessel by gantry crane. If it is LCL cargo, which is small cargo less than one container unit, it is mixed with other LCL container at the CFS container freight station. After that is transported to the CY to be loaded onto the vessel in the same way as FCL cargo. After departure from the vessel, the goods are transferred to the importing country and the export is complete. Next, I will explain the flow of document shipping. Document shipping are looked over by forwarders and customs agents on a daily basis. The main documents are as follows: invoice BL, bill of lading, insurance policy, packing list, certificate of origin if you want to apply for IPA, etc. In general, the documents are prepared by the expert. It is easy to make mistakes in describing the name, amount, and value of the goods. If there are any errors or discrepancies with the goods, there is a possibility that you cannot export. Not that in the case of ocean transport, the decision tends to be more stringent than an air transport. For this reason, exporters try to declare that their goods in a perfect state by double or triple checking to ensure that there are no document error. The exporter sends shipping instructor to the forwarder or custom agent. The contents of are related to the work to be request cargo information, shipping document and booking information, vessel voyage number, etc. The format varies from exporter. Ship leaves port is based on the information contained. The forwarder or custom agent makes an export declaration custom based on. Certainly, many export cargoes are declared using the next in Japan. The declaration is complete by entering the declaration information in NACCS and sending it to customs. In case of Japan with NACCS, after declaring, the following three categories will be output. Category 1: expedite screening. Export license is granted immediately after filling the declaration. Category 2: document examination documents need to be submitted. Category 3: inspection. Customs official will visit the blocked area for physical inspection. Most of the shipment will be classified as category 1. However, if the customs decides to classify the shipment as category 2 or 3, it will take some time to obtain a permit. Therefore, if the cargo is urgent, follow the instructions of the customs office to get the permit as soon as possible. Forwarder and customs agent prepare shipping documents, dock, receipt, CLP, and submit to shipping companies. The receipt is prepared based on is according to the shipping company format. CLP container load plan included by the shipper to clarify what position in the container. The shipping company issues BL and hands it to the forwarder and custom agent. If the encoder is CAP or CPT DAP, in which the exporter is responsible for the ocean freight, the exporter can receive BL by paying the freight cost to the shipping company in advance. However, in general, the forwarder advance the free charge and bills the shipper late. At this time, double check that BL is issued as per the information on SI. Also, since this is a container ship, make sure that the onboard notation at the bottom of BL is that and signed by the shipping company or agent. In the case of LC transaction, onboard notation have value as a guarantee that the goods are properly loaded on the ship and headed for the port of import. Thus, it is important to be aware of this. Forwarders and custom agents hand over the shipping documents such as export license, and BL to the exporter send the importer the shipping document and SA shipping advice to let them know that the shipment has been complete. Email once when the schedule is decided and once when the ship leaves port, the importer receives ESI and document and prepares to pick up the shipment. The exporter presents documentary bill together with the shipping document to the bank and requests the purchase. While documentary bill and LC are verified, settlement is made and the goods are delivered to the importer. The export is complete. Finally, I will explain about money payment. This time I will explain the flow of payment in LC transaction. It's an abbreviation for a letter of credit. LC transaction. Like the exporter can decide the payment once the goods are shipped. So it avoids the situation where the goods are sent but no money is received. The importer, on the other hand, does not have to pay for the goods before receiving them. Thus, eliminating the risk of loss of payment. LC transaction is a method that has a great advantage for both parties. In the case of LC transaction, the payment appears after shipping is loaded. After loading, the exporter requests exporter side to bank purchase documentary bill, which is various shipping documents such as BL. At this time, is the contents of documentary bill match it, the transaction will be settled. Then exporter side bank sends documentary bill shipping document to importer side bank and receive remittance of payment from importer side bank notifies the importer of the arrival of the shipping documents and request payment. Then the importer pays the bank importer side bank remit the payment to exporter side bank to complete the process. With the two things, its exported goods, documents, and money are intricately intertwined and play different roles. In the beginning, it might seem a little complicated. However, after a few times of practical experience, you will gain a deeper understanding and feel the joy of export-based business. That's all for this time. Thank you very much and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.